Good morning, everybody. Davies Tallow coming at you with a bang. I don't know if you heard that. Car going by, backfiring. And 4th of July weekend. 4th of July actually is on Monday, but hey, we're going to be kicking it off today on Saturday. And, well, I hope your weekend goes great, or hope 4th of July goes great. Stay safe. Be responsible, especially with your fireworks. You know, we want everybody to have a good time. But anyway, being Saturday morning, I'll be doing a little ranking video. For those who don't know how this works, it's something different I came up with. Instead of, I usually rank the albums of a particular artist, but with this, I'm choosing one album, one artist, and one of their albums, and ranking the songs, which is a lot tougher than ranking the albums. I mean, with this, you're analyzing every little song. So how this works is, at the end of the video, I'll be choosing another artist from this bowl, which is full of, it's like a bunch of straw, but it's not. Pick an artist, and then from this bowl, state line, I'll pick a number, and that number will be the album. So, and then I'll listen to that album over the week and make my determination. Last Monday, I was supposed to get last Monday's out Saturday, but my mother had a little problem, had a little operation, but she's on the mend, doing better. Anyway, last Monday I picked today's artist to be Firefall. Now this band, in fact, I'm neglecting my duties here. Okay, Firefall. Started out in 1974 and they're still going today, though a lot of members have come and gone. Believe, let me get down here. I believe 3 members. Okay. Jock Bartley is, let's see, on guitar vocals. He and Mark Andes, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, on bass vocals are the longest serving. Dave Muse on keyboards, flute, and saxophone has been with him 75, but he's been out of the band a number of times. Mark Andes, he left in 1980 and rejoined him in 2014. So Jock Bartley is the only one that's been there since 1974. So long time. they're past or approaching what's there? See, 50 years. 2024, they'll have been around 40 years. But anyway, Sandy Fisha on drums, been with him since '84. And Gary Jones, guitar, keyboards, and vocals, been there since 2014. They've had a whole bunch of people. I'm not going to go through all of them. But anyway, got 10 albums. They put their last one out in 2020, which is called Comet. No, I haven't heard that one yet, but I've heard there's some of their earlier stuff, and they're kind of a country rock flavored band. Really good. Now this is in the band that when I was younger I didn't get into. Um, they weren't in my in one of my favorite genres at the time. But recently I've got into them. Thank heaven for YouTube and YouTube Music. All these bands that I've known about, but I didn't want to. You know, back in the day, you had to either hear it on the radio or take a chance to go buy the music. I heard their music, a few of the hit songs, and like all hit songs, well, not all hit songs, but some. You get tired of those set songs and you don't want nothing to do with the band, which is kind of wrong. You need to give them a chance. There's other music that they do that is great, and that's holds true for Firefall. So anyway, I've been listening more and more of their stuff, and it's really good. When you get in that mood where you don't want to hear anything heavy like Celtic Frost or Megadeth, you want to hear something mellow, easy listening, perfect. Firefall is perfect. They do have some good rockers. They let loose, but it's not really heavy. It's just good rock and roll. Let's put it that way. So check it out. Check them out. Anyway, the album I picked was their fifth album, Clouds Across the Sun. Good album. Not the best that they put out. There's, I believe, Breaking of Dawn is my favorite out of all of them. Though their earlier stuff is really good. So anyway, let's get into this. It's still a good album. Don't get me wrong. It's still a good album. But it has to rank it. It'd probably be maybe the middle, or not middle toward the end. But anyway, we're going to start with my least favorite off the album and work up to my favorite. So that's how it works. Just like ranking the albums. So anyway, number 10. There's 10 songs on the album. Start with number 10, Be in Love Tonight. Kind of a poppy rocker, kind of proggy, but very first song on the album. Now this album, to me, starts out kind of weak, but it gets better, which is a good thing. The albums I don't like is the ones that they have their best stuff at the first, and then the rest is like filler, or just doesn't work. But anyway, Being Love Tonight, it's a poppy rocker. It's okay, but if I was to buy this album, I would listen to that not quite as much. The next, number 9, Quite Like You. It's good, kind of a good rocker, but still not much into that one. Stay With It, another pop song, rock, kind of in the vein of Being Loved Tonight. I don't want to hear it. Good rocker, though not as strong as the ones that are to come. I Love Ain't What It Seems. Good ballad. Number 5, Don't Feel Empty. Don't Feel Empty me. Don't Feel Empty. Yeah. I have some written out to the side here, and I almost goofed. Another good ballad. A little bit better than Love Ain't What It Seems. Dreamers, good prog rock song. Got great saxophone on it. No Class, another good prog rock. Great, got flute in it. A lot of people don't like flute or sax, but I do, as long as it's not overly done. Kind of in the vein of Jethro Tull. No Class, I love No Class. Old Wingmouth, great acoustic song. Nice and mellow. Just a good storyline. The song I probably wouldn't get sick of. It's a song that's going to improve, with me. And then number 1, Clouds Across the Sun, title song. It's great, proggy, rocker, it's just awesome. Love that one. So, yeah, if it's probably, like I said, it's not their best album, but it starts out a little weak, but it improves. And that's, better than nothing. It's those albums that start off weak and end weak, with maybe a little bit of meat in the middle. So, but yeah, check it out. My number 1 was Clouds Across the Sun, the title song. Number 2, Old Wingmouth. Number 3, No Class. 4, Dreamer. 5, Don't It Feel Empty. 6, Love Ain't It What It Seems. 7, I Don't Want to Hear It. 8, Stay With It. 9, Quite Like You. And 10, Be in Love Tonight. So, some of you might probably like the poppier stuff, the more radio friendly. It's okay. I don't hate it. I just don't reach for as much. So, but definitely check out Firefall. Take a little bit of your time. Just bring up YouTube Music, whatever. Throw it on. Check them out. You might like it. You might end up hating it. I don't know. But give it a chance. It's like, if you don't take a chance on life, a little bit of a risk here, and this is really not that risky. It's just all you're doing is risking a little bit of your time, and you might learn something new. You might, in fact, speaking, I want to address this. I listened to another YouTuber. Can't think of his name right now. Apologies. But maybe he was talking about how music from the 60s and 70s is outselling new music of today. Kind of surprised me a little bit, but the more I thought about it, the more it made sense, because, I'm sorry, but a lot of the music today, especially hip hop, to me, there's nothing there. There's nothing, basically nothing to sink your teeth into, nothing to latch on. I know a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, I know people love it. I know people love a lot of the music today. But it just, when somebody tells me that older music is outselling newer music, it does surprise me. A friend of mine, probably about 5-6 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, had a birthday party, wanted to have a birthday party. And he asked me, can we have it at your house? I'm just going to have a few friends, which, he held true. And I'm like, okay. And this friend of mine, he liked hip hop, rap, and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, do I want to torture my ears with that stuff? It's great for his ears, but torture for mine. But I had to be a good friend and say, yeah, you can have your birthday party here. So they came out, and we're sitting there, and I'm telling him, okay, pick what you want. And he goes, can we go upstairs and listen to your big stereo? I go, yeah, what do you want to hear up there? At the time I didn't have a computer hooked up to it, so I can go onto YouTube Music and stream it. I go, downstairs I did, so I don't have it, it connected to the computer. I don't have anywhere to stream your music. He goes, no, we want to listen to Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? I go, you're fooling me, right? He goes, no, that's what we want to listen to. I'm like, what have you done with my friend? But they did. We had a blast. Everybody had fun, including me. We rocked out, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, AC/DC, fun night. It was fantastic. So when this guy told me that the older music was outselling the new music, it reminded me of that night. And I'm like, yeah. And the guy, one of the mechanics down at Jeremy, one of our mechanics down at the shop, he likes the hip-hop style music, the newer music, but he also likes to listen to stuff I like, which is right on. So, if you're in the new music, guess what? There's stuff that you've never heard. Of course, you're probably saying, well, yeah, but it's old stuff. Who wants to hear that? Give it a chance. That's what this channel is about. Getting information, get these bands out there, let people know that they exist. That's, where I've discovered a lot of bands I didn't know exist off of watching YouTube, watching people like Pete Pardo and Bryce does metal and all the others. It's expanded my musical horizons. So give it a chance. Explore. You might find something that you actually like. It just takes a few minutes of your time. So anyway, next order of business. Picking the next artist. We'll be doing next Saturday morning. Okay, so we're going to mix this up here. The old bowl. The old bowl I got for Christmas one year. So anyway, let's grab one here. I'm not looking. I'm not cheating. That one? Okay. Who is it? Who is it? It's Bathory. Elizabeth Bathory. Well, actually, the band that was named after Elizabeth Bathory. I believe she got executed. Quite badly, too. Ooh, Bathory. Okay. Now, what I want to do is get off that. Go into Bathory. Find out. I can't remember how many albums they have. Okay, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 albums. Okay, so now set that aside. Now we're going to pick the album number. Okay. Well, no, they don't. It doesn't go up that high. Okay. Okay. Number 8, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon. Now that album, I'm not really familiar with. I've I've heard all the Thori albums. They're four. First 4 albums are black metal, dark, really doom metal, very doomy. Goes then you go. They go take it into the do Viking era stuff. Very dark, black metal stuff, but more proggy, especially in the last 2 albums, Nordland 1 and 2. He was supposed to do parts 1 through 4, and he never got a chance because he passed away. Quorthon, that is, the lead singer, the force behind Bathory. So anyway, next Saturday I'll be doing Octagon. Yes, this is going to be kind of fun. It's tough, like I said, tough. Figuring what song, but I think ranking the albums is a little bit easier, but being tougher makes more for a better show. I think better all around. So anyway. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you any money to subscribe. All you gotta do is press the button. Please leave a comment down below. Leave your own ranking of Firefall, Clouds Across the Sun. Like the video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another episode. And yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next Saturday. Thori, Octagon, and we'll get really into some black metal. Black metal. So anyway, have a good 4th of July, and we'll see you then.